Aloha Niner Island. Welcome to another edition of Don't Trip, where we talk about things that obviously people around the nation are tripping off of, and we're going to sit here and explain to you why we say
Don't trip.
Today's topic, the Superbowl Hangover. Damn. We're going to explain to you why this season of the Niners makes you not need to trip about the Super Bowl hangover.
Okay, I need to hear this.
Okay?
I need to hear this.
Let's start with the concept in general.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Why do people act like it's the Madden curse? Oh, you were on the Madden cover and that's why you got cursed. And even that has look, you were one of the best players, you probably carried the ball a lot, and that's why next season maybe you got hurt.
Yep.
But even deeper than that, people talk about the Super Bowl hangover like it's a curse. It's not a curse. It's an obvious thing. Okay? Especially if you're the runner-up. Okay? Because when you win the Super Bowl, you've got some of the same issues, right? You might lose a little bit of staff, you might lose some players, but you did just win the Super Bowl. So a lot more people want to stick around to see if you can do it again. When you are the runner-up and you don't win the Super Bowl, you get poached. That's what the Super Bowl hangover is, right? Yeah. The Super Bowl hangover is 2 of your top players retired, right? 3 of your young players got poached and paid somewhere else. 3 of your top coaches go to somewhere else and get elevated. Yep. That's why you have a hangover. It's impossible to come back and do it again with that much loss. Sure. Okay? Sure. The reason we're talking about the Niners and putting them in our Don't Trip segment, they didn't go through that shit, did they? Okay? For you that don't know, let's start with the staff. We kept our entire staff together, except for one player. Coach, same thing. Yeah. Joe Woods, and no disrespect, love that dude. He's a talented dude. And he was our backs coach as well as our offensive passing coordinator. So he helped on both sides of the ball. He was a big player, but it's not like losing your head coach. It's not like losing a GM. It's not like losing an actual coordinator. Right. Okay? Those are the first guys that people usually poach when you win or get to the Super Bowl. Right? Somebody's going to pay them more money to come to them and try to get them there. All we did was lose one player. We're talking everything, top to bottom. We lost one dude.
That's huge.
That doesn't happen.
Consistency.
That's part of the hangover. That's part of the reason we're not going to have a hangover. Secondly is the roster. We didn't have a lot of turnover. That's another thing that happens after you make it to the Super Bowl and not play the last 7 minutes of the Super Bowl. Oh, that's a different segment. Sorry. That's what happens when you go to the Super Bowl and you lose. Is you also lose staff, right? Who's the running back? Who's the quarterback? Who's the wide receivers that got you there? Right? Let's put them on our team and maybe we can get there and win, right? So we didn't have a lot of turnover. And then the turnover we did, because it's impossible, we're going to have the turnover, we replaced them. Right? We had one retirement, Joe Staley. We've said this before, we're going to have a whole segment on just Joe Staley. Love that dude. But he retired. We replaced him with Trent Williams, another top 5 tackle. Year younger, a year removed from the game because he got dicked around in Washington football team. TBD, whatever you want to call him.
TBD.
Call him what you want. Sorry, Ken. I know you love him. So that's at minimum flat. Yeah. At minimum. Yeah. Right? Yeah. There's arguments both ways. Some people are calling up there. Sure. Love Joe Staley, so I can't go there, but it's at least a right. It's at least a drop. Yeah. Then we lose Emmanuel Sanders. We brought him in. He changed our whole offensive dynamic as far as wide receivers go. Now that was also Debo's growing moments. He became the guy. Sure. Right. So we lose him, and then we've talked about this a couple times now. We lose Buckner again. Damn it. We start Niner Island in Hawaii, and our Hawaiian boy is gone. But we replaced him. Replaced Joe Staley with Trent Williams. Replaced Emmanuel Sanders with you can. We replaced Buckner with Kinlaw. What other team that just went and lost the Super Bowl kept their entire staff and replaced any major loss?
Mm-hmm.
I can't call one. Okay? So that's why I'm telling y'all.
Don't trip.
What's your opinion on the matter?
Okay, so I love where you went with it. Amazing, amazing take on the reason why the hangover from an organization is not going to be there. That's big, because those are the reasons why. Yeah. Pat stuff on the back. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I didn't stretch first.
Yeah. Some talk about for that shoulder later. So with us being within minutes of winning the Lombardi, we did it with a roster that was missing some pivotal pieces. So I'm going to focus on the players that were injured all year last year, who are going to be returning this year, but not just any regular run-of-the-mill players, some actual starters, some
Game changers.
Game-changing talent, right? So we're going to start off the top with Jerick McKinnon. When Shanahan was hired, I want to say his first move, because it was before Kyle, right? Juice. It was before Juice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you meant Kyle Shanahan.
Nope, Juice.
Yeah.
So the first move that Shanahan made was to grab Jet from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Those of us in fantasy, we knew McKinnon's value a couple years before, because even when he was fighting for touches, the man was elusive, crazy ability to break tackles and make cats miss in the open field. If you know about Shanahan's scheme and what he likes to do, perfect fit. So him going after and targeting Jet was huge. Not having him for the first 2 years, to a certain extent, kind of held the offense back a little bit. Being the genius that he is, he was able to identify talent, put pieces in place. And so, we were able to get by. But we were getting by. Mind you, fans, understand, we've been getting by. Sorry, Chappie. We've been getting by for the last 2 seasons, not being able to put Jet out there. So Jet coming back healthy, completely acclimated into the offense, knowing that playbook, as well as Jimmy knows, just second nature, the language, everything.
Running routes. That's the one. Sorry, that's the one thing I was going to say. As much as they found Bredas and the Mosterts and these cats that were fast, little cuts, and could fit in our system,
running routes.
None of them run routes and catch the ball like hands. That's what's missing from our offense right now.
Yeah.
Missing. We just went to the Super Bowl. That's what's missing. There's a whole element missing from our offense. And we went to the Super Bowl.
Went to the Super Bowl.
7 minutes away from winning.
Something missing from the offense. I'm hoping y'all get the reason why we're fucking laboring on these points and these words. As well as we did last year, we were missing pivotal pieces of the offense. Jet being one of them. Another one, Trent Taylor. We've talked about it before. Third down. It's so important to have chemistry and timing and production from whoever offensively is going to be converting that first down. And Trent instantly, as soon as Jimmy G got in there, they had a rapport. And so having him back healthy, strong, is going to be a huge benefit.
True.
So the next one, Kentavious Street. For those of you who've paid attention to the roster and the D-line for the last couple of years, this has been a guy that we were very high on, but we drafted him injured or coming off of injury, right? Okay, so coming off an injury.
We knew he was going to redshirt.
Yep. Yeah. So some of us, again, if you go back a little bit further, this was a tough pickup, because for me, I'll speak for myself, it reminded me of a Trent Baalke pickup. Trent was famous for drafting cats. Not only that, don't do that. No, Yeah. Don't create a mess for me to have to pick up because of Trent Baalke. No, fuck that shit.
Yeah. You picked up enough messes over Trent Baalke.
So, drafted a cat that not only was injured, but also had knee injuries. That was a bulky move, right? So this was kind of scary, but if you look at his career in college and what he was going to be providing, we've all been very hopeful. And now we've got an opportunity to actually see the man healthy. If push came to shove, we actually could have activated him and put him into action last year, but we didn't need it to.
No, he had. He had a couple snaps.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
and he did look good.
Okay.
He got a little rub
Dinged up.
and we could have, if we needed him, we could, but we put him on IR
Gotcha.
because
Okay.
he wasn't completely acclimated. So he did get some snaps, and he did look good.
So because of the depth, we were able to protect him.
Yeah.
But it'll be really good to kind of see what he's able to do with all restrictions removed and ready to go. And then finally, Trent Williams. So to make that move, again, you know, blessing Joe, you know, to go and retire off into the sunset, you know, wish that we could have done that with him carrying a ring off, you know, but he's going to get an honorary anyways, you know.
Absolutely.
But to replace him with another Pro Bowler, dare I say, potential Hall of Famer at the same position, an important position on the O-line, that was amazing. And it was done with all class. Part of Joe's character and his integrity and what we love about him allowed us to maneuver that transaction and do it completely under the radar and seamlessly. You know, amazing move. And, you know, thank goodness. And it gives us some stability, some consistency at a very important position on the line. And, you know, that for me is the reason why players coming in, so Trent wasn't necessarily injured, but he didn't play at all last season. So to your earlier point, fresh legs coming in. So, you know.
I promise he doesn't leave the league with as many catches as Jella.
Maybe not, but you know, he's gonna excel where he needs to, you know. And so those are my 5 as far as players coming back from injury who really stand to really be impactful players in this upcoming season. Really quickly, I want to touch on one other element of this whole thing, debunking any hangover, which is our coach. Kyle, we love you, bro. And I will say this. A lot of us, you know, part-time professional analysts will look at an overlooked player and will say, oh, he's got a chip on his shoulder. You know, Aaron Rodgers has gone an entire career with a chip on his shoulder, you know, because he was not respected or not given the proper headlines, didn't get drafted high enough.
Trent Williams right now, you know, being disrespected in Washington, having to sit out a year, you know, feeling like he's got something to prove, you know. Little is discussed about a coach who holds himself in high esteem, as he should, but now is facing 2 Super Bowl failures, highly scrutinized, and I'm sure for himself is probably his biggest critic. Absolutely.
That man is coming in with a chip on his shoulder. 2 chips on his shoulder.
2 chips.
Now that we're talking about this, I actually feel for D coordinators coming into the season next year. You're going to see plays, ferocity. Dude, you're going to see some shit that you probably have never seen before. Because our man Kyle, he's coming in with something to prove. And I don't know if you want that from a genius coach. This dude is putting together some shit right now. Timestamp. Right now, Hawaii time, whatever time it is, that man is probably on a board in his basement concocting some crazy mad scientist type shit.
Yeah.
With a lot of these weapons that we've discussed, hey, the league is on notice. Your boy Kyle, he's got some chips on his shoulder. That man is coming. So that's my dark story piece on no hangover. Shit. I wish a motherfucker would come against the Niners next year on a Sunday, thinking that that we we're happy with just being there,
lead or whatever it is.
Yeah, or we're just happy to have been to the Super Bowl. Yeah, come into a game next year thinking that Cats is gonna get smashed.
I'm telling you right now.
Don't trip.